Big Lou with Big Lou Barbecue and other things I want to do. Let me tell you what I've got going on for you. I want to tell you that I got a new grill. Yep, another new grill. It's a Stoke. That's Stoke, not Stock, Stoke. It's got the little line over it. I'll talk about that more in a minute. But I got this. I only paid $39 for it. It was still in the box. Yeah, it was scratch and dent. Let me tell you how I got it.
Well, I got it at the salvage store, one of those places that sells merchandise that was returned to stores and stuff that was damaged in fires and floods and stuff like that, that the merchandise still might be good. That's why I only paid 39 bucks for it. The box was damaged, and I peeked inside the box, and I saw that big chip in there, so I knew it when I bought it, but I bought it anyway. All the parts were there. So I took it home, opened it up. You got that big bare spot right there. There's another one right there by a hole where the handle goes in, but the handle covered it, but I painted it anyway. And one inside. I don't want to put grill paint inside, so I'll cover that with oil. Then there was all these other nicks and dings, and it looked like they'd been repaired with some sort of porcelain repair type stuff all around the edge. So there were several, 5 or 6 places like that on there, but I repaired it with high temp grill paint. And it didn't look too bad, you know. One of them was covered up by the handle completely, and the other one's just under the handle. And so it's not that noticeable, but even so it is, hey, I only got the grill for 39 bucks. All right, let's talk about a name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other word would smell as sweet. Quoted by Juliet Capulet. You see that little line over the O? That means pronounce the O long, like Stoke, as rhymes with smoke. We don't usually use diacritics in English.
Well, I first saw Stoke grills 7 or 8 years ago at a home improvement store that has an orange motif. And I thought it was the store brand grill of that store. A few months later, maybe even a year later, I saw them at another department store, that sells home appliances and stuff like that and yard equipment and stuff. It rhymes with steer, okay? Steers. You know, like they make steaks out of and stuff, you know, steers. It rhymes with that. They used to have a tower in Chicago, but I won't say the name of that store either. And I looked at it again. I found the thing intriguing, but not impressive. It has a lot of what the Stoke company would call features and I would call gimmicks, you know, all these little inserts that you can buy and put in there. And I'm the kind of guy like, why don't you just use a regular grill and put a cast iron skillet on it, or put a cast iron wok on a grill, or put a regular grilling basket on it. Why do you need special equipment that's geared just used for this brand to insert stuff? I've never really realized why you would need all those items when you can use all those items like a regular skillet on just a regular grill. It's not a big deal with me.
What I like the hooks. Yeah, I said hooks. There's 2 on each side, and they're welded on, and they're really strong, and they do a great job of holding the lid. I bought a grill recently that had terrible hook on it. These hooks are great, and there's one on each side. I also like the cast iron grates, and I like the center thing that comes out. I like the fact that it has a built-in charcoal chimney. I think that's a really neat idea. And you can turn it upside down for one of those funnel cooking wing things. All right, I like the fact that the wheels screw on instead of hammer on with one of those cap pieces. And I like the enclosed ash collection basket. All right, I really like the vents. The best I've ever seen on a kettle grill as far as seeing if they're open or closed. You don't have to mark it with a Sharpie or anything like that. It's really obvious as to where the vents are set. All right, what I don't like, well, the cast iron grate is not really thick. It's actually kind of thin. You can see right there, it's fairly thin. And the charcoal grate is porcelainized, but it's rather thin metal too. It'll wear out and need replacing before too long. Also, the built-in charcoal chimney, you're going to need to put the paper way down deep and light it with a long match. I won't be able to use my Zippo. The vent metal is a little skimpy, as so is the heat protection shield on the handle. All right, and the ash collection basket can go too far forward and kind of get locked in place. There needs to be something to stop it. Now, that thing is supposed to be a wok, but it has a flat bottom, so it's more like a skillet. Now, the thing's made in China, and you would think the Chinese know how to make a wok with a concave bottom and no hole in the bottom. I don't understand that hole and why they call it a wok.
But they've got this wok. It's steel. They say it's stainless steel with porcelain coated. Looks like it'll be pretty good. But what's that? What's that hole? Right there. Why is there a hole in the bottom of a skillet wok? Or wok or skillet or whatever they want to call it. I called the company and I said, hey, why is there a hole there? And the lady was very, very nice at customer service, and she laughed. She says, we don't understand it either. We've asked the engineering department and haven't come back with an answer. I said, so y'all don't know either? Said, nope. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to have a wok with a hole in the bottom. She said, I've cooked on a lot of woks. None of them had a hole in the bottom. I said, I've cooked on woks too, and they all concave, not even flat. I said, flat's a skillet. She said, yeah, you're right. Looks like it'd be a good thing, but what's the hole for? All right. I think it's going to be a good grill. I'm going to cook on it. I'm adding it to my kettle lineup. It looks a little trendy, a little dainty, doesn't look as robust and rugged as I think grills ought to look. It looks a little more up to date and modern and trendy and dainty and frilly. But I think it'll work well. I think I'm going to like the cast iron grate. All right, stay tuned to Big Lou Barbecue channel. I've got an inaugural cook coming up. I think I'm gonna do some steaks, cook a little steak topper in the wok skillet with a hole in the bottom of it too. So we'll see how that goes, and then I'll practice with it a while, and then once I get kind of used to it, there shouldn't be a big learning curve. Shouldn't be a whole lot different than a regular kettle type grill. And we'll do some other stuff on it coming up this summer. So stay tuned to Big Lou Barbecue channel. Appreciate you watching. Stoke Grill, $39, y'all. Steal of a deal.